77 Williams Wild Card. It needs new rubbers. I don't know how old the ones that are on here are. We have a couple that have shattered off. So right here it needs one. Over here it needs another one. But I'm going to start with the easiest ones first. I think I'm going to leave the yellow flipper rubbers on, but then I'm going to start with these, work my way up till I get up here, and then when I take this off, I'm going to run upstairs and get the wax and go over this, clean this up real nicely. But yeah, so we got a rubber kit. This will make the game play a lot nicer. It plays pretty nice as it is, but some of the pieces are really worn. It's another one of those ones that we can take out and put a new one in right around that post. Because, yeah, so that's not too bad. So I gotta figure out what size these are. I'm gonna take my ring off so I don't, I'm gonna put that in my pocket so I don't lose that. Let's see. I don't know if those, what size those are. But I also should get my computer on so then I can see the chat while I'm working on this. So bear with me here while I set everything up. But I absolutely love this game, and it's going to be cool to see what I can do with it. And just keep on learning this kind of stuff. Hopefully my audio is okay too. I'm running a new microphone I got hidden up in the ceiling. So go to view channel. This looks like looks okay. Good. Alright, so I got my comments section, so that is open. I'm only streaming this on YouTube right now, no Twitch tonight. But yeah, let's see what tools I can use for this. Ah, shit, where the fuck did I put the screwdriver? I just had a bolt driver in my hand too. Oh yeah, I put that in my pocket. Alrighty. But yeah, it's been an okay day today. Like, just I don't know how to explain it, but actually, I don't even need to take these off. Yeah, that I don't even need to take off, but it's good to know that this size fits these. Alright, so that is no problem. So as you can see with these rubbers, they're a little worn, a little bit old, kind of stretched out. They tend to get like that. They get a little bit less bounce after a while. So let's see. Let's compare that to the new one. So yeah, you can see the difference. Wow. Yeah, these must be really old rubbers on this game, if not the original ones. So I think that's the size for this. Looks like it's about right size. Alright, so okay, I'm trying to get that underneath there and lined up on the post. There's a little notch in the post that you put the rubbers down into. There we go, got that one there. Okay, got those in there. These new ones have some nicks in them. That's weird. Thought this was a brand new kit. Anyways, let's see. Hi there. Who's commenting now? Beanie Bust. Hi there. So, doing my first full re-rubber. So, yeah. Get another fresh one out. I noticed that there's a little bit of wax buildup on the posts. So, take, I don't know if alcohol is the best to use for that, but yeah, let's get that a little bit cleaned up before I put the new rubber on there. But yeah, it's kind of late in the night for me to be streaming. I usually stream a little bit earlier. But yeah, I just want to get this looking fresh and like new. This is a game from 1977, so it has wear on it, but it's not terrible. It's a lovely game. I really love this game. Got a good deal on it too, so that's about the right size. It's always hard to tell with these if it's, yeah, I think that's it. So I got that in the grooves on there, so that should. So 2 brand new rubbers. So yeah, these are Toss. But I'll leave the flipper rubbers. Those look really good. I'm gonna just clean those. I'm gonna work my way up on this side first, and then work my way back to that side. Looks like we need a Phillips. And when I'm tightening and loosening these, you have to make sure not to over tighten them, because then you can cause all sorts of cracking and stuff with the plastics. But my background with this kind of stuff, I've been working in arcades for about 3 years between college, and so mostly volunteered while I was in college and graduated in 22, and then I worked at a local arcade for a year and about 3 months, and then now I am going back to college again, and I quit that job. But I want to be in a sweater. It's cold down there. Yeah, I'm feeling kind of warm today, actually. All right, so I gotta hold the post while so I'm using a 5/16, and there's just metal burrs on that, so that's not great. But using a 5/16, and then you hold the plastic post while you take the screw out. It looks like I'm missing a rubber piece there, and there's a small rubber piece that goes underneath here. So let's see. Oh shit, is that going to be able to go back in? Oh, okay. Well, hopefully I'm doing this right. And this might not be the most, exciting stream by any means, but it's maintenance. It's something I'm trying. It's the first time re-rubbering a whole machine. I've put on a rubber piece here or there. Well, actually, I can't say that. It's the first full-size machine that I'm re-rubbering, but I've done Star Explorer, which is a home machine, and there's not a lot of plastics you gotta take off to get at any of these pieces on that machine. This one, there's definitely pieces to take apart. Oh, jeez, is that? Well, let's go this one next. So I think I'm gonna just leave the posts in there and move that off to the side so I don't wreck that. Okay, so that goes around there. Okay, I don't even know if that was around the switch, right? So there's two posts that go down in there. I should actually grab, I'm going to grab a little bit of the wax from upstairs and then get in some of these small areas while I have this taken apart. We also have a rubber piece down here. I'm going to bring the camera in. So we have right here that that needs a new rubber piece. I'm going to clean around there. I'm going to go get the wax and I'll be right back. Alrighty, so I'm back. Let's keep working on this. Like I said, it's not going to be like, woohoo, the most exciting thing, but I'm trying out some new wax, some new rubber pieces on this. This stuff smells amazing. My friend Daryl gave me this cherry chillax playfield wax. It has a cool cherry just hanging out on there. There we go. But yeah. There we go. I don't know how much I need on there, but let's see. Looks like some of the paint is peeled off around where the post was. God, that smells so amazing. Clean off some of the dirt around these light bulbs too. Wow. Stuff makes this really shine. It's really good. cleans up very nicely. There we go. Somebody else is watching. Hey, Mike. So, we're going to work on that spot. We're going to get this out. So, another worn rubber. I mean, I think it might be okay, but yeah, it's time to switch that out. Let's see. Unless there's some bigger one in there. So got some that are bigger. So I don't know if this is supposed to be replaced by that. That looks like it's going to be way too small for between those two posts. It says it's a wild card rubber kit, so, and then it's like there's a size up right here, and then this looks looks like it's gonna be way too big, so hence why I keep the old pieces. Let's get some I don't know if I'm gonna use isopropyl, or I think that would dry out the materials, but yeah, let's use a little bit of this Novus 1. It's like a plastic wax. See if that'll take off some of this. Yeah, I don't know if that's right. Oh, thanks. My dad got me this shirt. The quality of it's a little shittier than what my dad expected. But, yeah. He's like, oh, I want to get you a bowling shirt. And it's like, bowling shirt? Haven't done that in a while, you know, and so technically like a bowling shirt. I don't think I have a piece to put right there. I really don't. Oh, there's a new piece to put over the plunger too. Yeah, but all these rubber rings that go over here, that'll work great. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna put this rubber bit back on there. But like the electronic kind of areas, I think I can use isopropyl on that if I need to. So like those saucers or anything. But yeah, I think some of these pieces are just going back on as is, sadly, because I don't think it's 100% the right kit, sadly. But definitely, it's good for learning this kind of stuff to, you know, like, okay, how do we reuse some of the pieces if we can? Eventually I'll have to see, and then gang a lot of that dirt off of there, because if I'm going to put this piece back on there, it has to look right. I'm not going to put it back looking dirty. Alright, so yeah. Tried a little bit of isopropyl, so and you could just smell how old the rubbers are on this thing, honestly. I couldn't tell it looked like one. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of my, you know, I don't know, kind of my thing. But yeah, all right. Let's So this piece, and I didn't take pictures of any of this shit before I got in, like, in here. So I need to pay attention where things are. So this goes back over here. I think that looks good. This goes between these two posts. And that one, I don't feel like it gets as much contact as like the rest of the play field, so I feel like it's fine just reusing that piece there since I don't have another one. But if it was like one of the main slingshot rubbers or something like that where it's getting constant contact with it, then I would feel a lot more like I really need to swap that out then. I'm trying to go with the grain of the playfield there. I'm gonna swap this one out eventually too. But let's get these. There's 3 posts and just another. It's just a regular rubber here, if I'm not mistaken. So I think that goes in front of the switch like that, and then I don't know how to. So, shit, really? Okay, well, I'm learning how to do this, so let's unscrew this. Oh, that just screws in straight into the. So these just screw straight into the play field. Okay, I get it now, because. Alrighty. Let's see. There's some dirt on these. Some dirt from like years. So I think I'm gonna use some plastic polish, and I'm not gonna wipe away the image on here. Just see if this cleans it up a little bit. There we go. Then the lighting underneath this will look much better. Just to clean up some of that dirt that's loose on there. Okay. Take the dry end. Hope that doesn't create a smearing effect or anything. A little bit of shining up. Oh geez, one of the posts just fell off of it too. At least I didn't step on this. I would have extras of these. So there's a post that goes there. So you have one there, there. So this rubber piece has to go around 3 of these posts, and then the caps, like, so there's no way to take those off of there. So I don't want to damage these. So I gotta figure out what the hell I'm doing here. So I think what I'm going to do is just take those posts and, jeez. I'm going to have to leave that loose like that, and then, okay. So this one in there, those going that way. Let's see. So let's get, but some of this stuff, it's learn as you go. You figure it out, and, you know, hopefully you don't fuck it up. So, let's see. Okay, so I'm going to put that on. I think I put that on there before I put that piece back in. I mean, I wouldn't take this as like a video of like, oh, this is how you do it. Well, no, I'm still learning how to do this shit, but I feel like it's learning how to do it. It's the biggest step. It's the biggest hurdle of like me figuring out how to do this shit is like, okay, actually start working on it. Start doing it, you know? Shit. And this will need I forget that this is gonna need a thing around it before I put it back on there, so I forgot about doing that. So getting the shit, is this even right? There we go. So I got the post on there. All right, move that closer to the camera. So then you got this rubber ring around there. So that's how that one needs to be like that before that goes back into place. So that is good. This other piece, trying to figure out how this goes around here, is kind of a pain in the ass because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. All right, there we go. Let's see if we can get that. I feel like that's a bad idea because I don't want to break this. Okay, maybe what I'll do is try to get that on there. Okay, so let's get this. So I got that there. Okay, so let's see. All right, so then let's see. That goes there. Let's get that piece. So I think that one goes like right there. Okay, yeah, and then it's just getting that rubber piece right around those two. So I'm trying to figure out how to. So I don't want to over tighten it. That even going into the, that is going into the play field, good. So. Okay, so I got that in that spot. Let's get these. Alright, so I got that rubber piece in there, right? Oh, fuck. That one's not. It's not in there, right? Is it? Oh, jeez. Okay, that needed to go in there. So. Just doing some. Okay, that's tight. Let's get this one. Okay. It's like you can kind of tell that the threads are going all the way in there. I don't want to like damage anything, so I think got the posts in there right. Got a fresh piece of rubber there, and I'm not like wrenching down on that too much either, honestly. So I think that's looking beautiful. All right, let's get these in. You can tell when it's about tight. You don't want to like crack it, so leave a little bit of a gap in between there so it's not like completely tight against the plastic, because you don't want to crack your plastics, especially if it's like an old game and how available the plastics are and stuff. So I think that's good. All right, I'm going to tighten those back up a little bit more. All right, fresh rubbers on there. Got brand new slingshots in. Let me. I don't know if I want to do this one quite yet. That weirds me out a little bit. Let's work up this way. I don't know if I should work this big piece of plastic. Actually, let's go here. Since that looks easy, this has a lane guide over it. But hope everybody's having a wonderful night, honestly. So, big screw out. I've seen this. I don't know if this stock comes with a red guide over that spot or a white one or yellow. Okay. Ooh, yeah. So this doesn't look awful, but you can tell it's, it's really, it's stiff, it's, so that's time to let that one go. So I'm going to take those out and see it's dirty around the bulb and stuff. I'm going to give that a once over since I have that spot cleaned out. Looks like this spot needs a good cleaning, especially right there by the light and the post. I thought I got this clean before, but dang, this stuff is a game changer. It really is. Jeez, I got it around the light bulb. But I got a toothbrush too, so I can get that out of there. It's looking a lot like this game it's a good looking game, but just getting some of these small details just really making this game pop and look like new again. It's gorgeous. It really is. Oh wow, that's gonna take that. There's some darker kind of gray marks, ball wear, or kind of just dirt gets pushed around and stuff. But yeah, wow, this smells really nice and it looks really good before I put all the pieces back in there, making sure the kind of spot area, you know, get around here, clean it real good. Because once you have everything put back together, you want this, you know, to be looking its best. You want it to look like new, or as close to new as you can get for 1977 game, you know, but yeah. Okay. And I'm trying to be gentle too. Let's see. Wow, just the way that smooths out even. Get between the pop bumpers. So doing a little bit of cleaning, doing a little bit of re-rubbering. Just trying to make sure that when it gets put back together, it's playing the smoothest that it's played. Okay, there's a little bit of dirt on the skirt ring. Let's see. I should worry about that side once I get over there, but alright. Let's see. Oh, got my toothbrush. There we go. That should be good. Okay. Let's get back to getting that, get a new ring in there. So, is it this size? Yeah. So that's the size. See, this is the old one. This is the new one. That's gonna look really nice. All right. So. Okay. So. This is on the outside. Oh shit, I got some of the playfield coming off on my rag here. Alright, so yeah, alright. So got that. Okay. So this is going to go there's some wax or some kind of buildup on that post, and before that goes back on it, just to clean all the shit out of it. While it's off is the easiest time to get to some of these things. I wonder if I should use a toothbrush to. There we go. That gets that out of there. Get some of that, like when you wax the playfield, sometimes you get this buildup around all the posts, and you really don't want all that extra buildup. Okay, so let's see. So try to get this assembled and put back on there. that. I hope this one, I hope this works out right. I hope I didn't bend that or anything. That's good. Yes, got that. Good. Okay, there we go. Brand new piece of rubber there. Alright. This is the one that worries me because these posts, let's see, this has a post, this is a piece of plastic. Okay, there's just screws into there. But there's that. It doesn't look like it's gonna be too terrible to get this, but this, once this is out, I can get all this cleaned up so nicely. So right down here, we have 4 screws, and then we have a 5th and a 6th over here. We have 3 plastic posts. So, yeah, it looks like there's a big long rubber piece up here. Let's see. Small post rubber, missing rubber right there. And then no rubbers down on the bottom part of this. So, should be able to get all these out. Hopefully no problem here. Okay. So, oh geez. They have like, okay, they're punched in. So it's a piece of metal that has like a ridge around the plastic, so I don't have to worry about those pieces knocking out and figuring out how to get those back in here. So on the end of the table, I'm organizing these as they go, so I can remember how to put these back in here. Alright, so that's, they're all the same size, so I shouldn't really worry too much about which order I put these in, but so, and then those are stamped in their pieces of metal. So they have a third, like, kind of like a 2-piece design, I guess, in here. But that's nice that that's stamped in here. But hopefully they go back in as nice as they do come out. Alright, so we got 1, 2. And then next one, we're going to use the 5/16. There. Alright, time to grab the 5/16. Then you hold the post as you're pulling up the piece. That's going to need a new rubber ring around it. I don't know if live streaming this is like the best way to do a video on a re-rubbering kit, but it's a way of doing it. Okay. That's going to be the hard part, is getting this one out. Try not to put too much pressure on this piece. Okay, got it. So then, alright, yeah, we need a new big rubber piece there. We need another piece right there. This is like the biggest piece. There's some dirt around there, um, and as you can see from like all the years of play and wear and tear on this thing, I gotta clean that out really well. I gotta clean this. So before I re-rubber things and put it back together, this is very important to get that cleaned out and looking just fantastic, you know. Um, so yeah, great looking game. Great price on this thing. The owner, I think his name was Mark. He's a really nice guy, honestly. Gave me a good deal on the game. He brought it home for me. He helped me set it up, so I set it up with him here. So let's see how this. Daryl says to leave this on for a couple minutes before wiping it away. So it's I usually use Novus too, but like let's see how this, a little bit of ball wear on there. I'm just trying to get this so it's clean and just clean and shiny and plays well. Yeah, that's starting to look really good. Yeah, just years of dirt and wear and tear. And I don't know how much of it's showing up on the camera, but it's definitely yeah, this is all the dirt that's coming off on it. Wow. Oh, that's looking good. That's looking really good. Part of me is like, I should take these plastic pieces out and do this even better, but some of it is, you don't see it anyways. It's, oh yeah, that's mostly on the top layer of this. So I wonder if that's a burned out bulb or not. Alright, time to get some more of this cherry chillax or whatever that's called on there. Pinball wax. Alright. Oh, got another message in here. Let's see. So, let's see. Had fun going out there to look at the game with you. Awesome getting to play that prototype Spectrum machine. Yes, that was a gorgeous machine. Excellent machine. I'm just really happy that we got to do that, honestly. That was a cool experience, and just I felt good buying this machine from that guy. Seems very honest, and like he really took care of his games. Like you can tell when you get something from someone, they don't care about a game or whatever. You know, I've had a couple of games where I bought them from people that they don't care, and then you get them cheaper, but then you can tell that it's like, wow, they didn't care for this game. It's in rougher condition. You know, some of the games that we got way out near Darlington, it's like that guy didn't know anything about arcade games. He didn't, care about it. It was just, the games needed to go, and kind of sad that I got rid of those games. Got rid of my Steel Gunner to get this, but in the long run, I really love this game. Ooh, there's a piece of, there we go, wax or something that was built up on there. So like I just want to make sure I do this right, so I'm not like being too abrasive on it, like I'm not scrubbing too hard. But I am making sure that it's nice and clean around that area before we put things back. There is some dirt under there. I don't know how. Oh, fuck me. I don't know how I'm gonna get that, but it's definitely learning. And yeah, let's see if this shellax wax, how that looks to kind of like bring that through, and it'll have the cover on top of this, so it's not going to look, it doesn't have to be perfect, but I want to make sure this is, looking better than when I took it apart. That's always my goal with games, like, it might not be completely perfect, but you get something looking really good, and you put the time in it, and people can tell when you put the time into your games and you take care of them, and the passion that you put into your games, that is the key. You put the love and care into your games, and sometimes it doesn't need to be the most expensive way of fixing a game or whatever, but like just putting that love into your games, and something that you enjoy. I think that's also part of why I kind of quit what I was doing where I was working, because I just felt like I was trying to put so much love into somebody's games that frankly they didn't seem like they had the passion for it anymore, and are just they're just running their business, but they don't have the passion for their business. They don't have that love that goes in. I think their partner that was working it, I feel like they have passion for it, but I feel like but I could be totally wrong. I mean, they might still have passion for their games, but sometimes, like the way that they would show it, especially to their employees and stuff. Hopefully that's not too much of a hot take to say about my former workplace, but I liked working for them, but I just feel like he just didn't have the passion in it anymore, and it was just like, oh god, this needs to get fixed or whatever. There would be stuff that I didn't know how to do, and they would have to come in and work on it. But yeah, I wouldn't see him there long hours doing this kind of stuff. I know he has a family and stuff, but yeah, just it's a little frustrating just to know how hard I was working on some of these games, and it was just like didn't know what kind of mood they were going to be in when they came in and stuff, and it's like that takes the fun out of arcade for me. This is something I absolutely love doing, and like that's definitely one of the main reasons I moved on from that place was like just kind of bettering myself, but at the same time I really loved my coworkers there. I thought it was really awesome to get the opportunity to work at a place I really loved going to, but after working at the place I was working at, I don't know if I love the place as much as I used to. So I'm really waxing over this spot because I just trying to get some of that dirt out of there. Some of that's permanent. Some of that's really in there, but yeah, I hope that's not too much description about the last place, but yeah. getting back to doing my passion, doing this. This is what I love doing. I love working on my own machines and making sure that they're, properly taken care of. Oh, geez. That rubber is, it's like rock solid. I don't know if that's going to come off or if I'm going to just have to reuse that piece and just wait for it to shatter off of there to get the new one on. But, yeah. I think I'm going to pull that out of there. I don't want to leave an old... Oh, I like making jokes about rubbers. But I don't want to leave the old rubber on that. That is just... It's a crusty rubber. I don't ever try to get my games completely perfect. Ooh, that's a little dirty there. But as you can see with this one, is really, that's supposed to be like kind of a tannish color, and it's completely just, geez, it's cracking. Oh, there we go. Yeah. See, that's how brittle these pieces get after God knows how long. I don't know if that's one of the original pieces, but yeah, that just broke off. So what was happening is these rubber pieces kept breaking off while we were playing it. And playing that like that, I'd rather not get all the pieces stuck in the table. So just like putting fresh piece of rubber on there, the ball bounces a lot nicer, it plays a lot better with, look at that. Look how nice that looks. Like, I don't know how close that can get, but I wish I had like some 3D glasses and stuff the way I got this framed in here. But yeah, that's pretty cool how clean that looks. Honestly, I think, if people took care of their games like this, if they had time to take care of their games, especially if things are on location, they can't quite look this nice. There's, off time that you have before the, your establishment opens and stuff, and you get only, a certain amount of people and hours to work on this kind of stuff. So sometimes things can't be perfect, but like when you have a home collection like this, take care of your stuff, honestly. Like, take the time, find the time, and don't think of it as like, oh, I gotta fix this or that. Like, sometimes, like, yeah, that's why you own this stuff, is to learn how to do this stuff. Main part of it is like, once you get done, is like, oh wow, I can play my game. Like, that's the exciting part, is playing not even just the new games that you have around. It's, getting to play any of the games that you got in your collection and just really, truly enjoying them, showing them to friends. Like, this game, I did not know if it was going to be a huge hit coming in. And out of the 3 full-size pinball machines, people have liked this pretty damn close to Mr. or Mrs. Pac-Man. And I got this around the same price as that one. But I was thinking like, oh geez, like Road Kings is really going to be, that and Mr. and Mrs. Pac-Man is going to be the huge hit. Sometimes you don't know. Sometimes other things you got are like a lot bigger hits than, so can't underestimate, sometimes some of the games. Definitely play a game, test a game out before you buy it. See how you like the game. But like when Mike and I looked at this game, we loved it. Our friend Dave has one too. The playfield on mine is a little bit rougher than his, but I think gameplay wise, mine plays like pretty equally. But sometimes it's playing a game, seeing if you like it before you buy it, and really just getting to know the ins and outs of it. Okay, I gotta swap off that piece before I put that big piece back on. I think I got that. Do I have another? I had another rag other than this one. So this one's starting to. I'm struggling to find a clean spot on it. But yeah, that's a lot smoother than it was. Wow. You can tell the difference when you run your fingers over like the grain of the wood and stuff, because you can tell where you waxed it and it feels a lot smoother, whereas like some of the spots you miss it and then it's like all rough or whatever. But yeah, this is looking good. Let's get this. Oh jeez, I don't want to fucking break that though. Right, so got this big old rubber piece out from the back big plastic. Do I have another piece that is like extra large to put over this? Okay, there's our new rubber ring compared to our old one. Oh, these are by Wicco. Nice. They make joysticks. Yeah, so let's get this new rubber piece in there. I think that looks pretty clean. Oh god, I hope I don't fucking break that. Like, this is... Oh shit. Yeah, I don't know if I like that. So... so it's going to be... Okay, and then that one slides in back here underneath that. So I think I'll take care of that part last. Yeah, I'm going to have to take care of that part last, because that's going to have to slide underneath there and then put that on top. Okay. So some of this is like figuring out the freaking logistics to it before you put everything back together, making sure you know where all the pieces go. Okay, so I remember our rubber post, or the post we have right here. So this one just went in right there by that target. That I'm gonna get, because some of these don't have a like part where they attach in to the, whatever you call it, the piece of plastic. So you make sure to put that in there so you don't over tighten the plastic. You don't want to crack the plastic, but you want to make sure it's not wobbling in there. I think that's pretty damn close. Okay, good. Got that piece in. So let's... Oh god. Actually, it also needs to... Oh. See all the dust and dirt on the bottom of this. I don't want to... Wow. I don't know if that's showing up on the rag compared to like the rest of it, but that's how dirty some of these plastic pieces are. So let's clean that up. I absolutely love Wild Card. I think it's a cool one. I don't have this on any of the... I know they had this on Pinball Arcade, which is a digital collection of games, but I never got to play it on there. I've only seen somebody else play it on there. Right before I bought this game, I was looking at that. I was like, it's kind of cool that that's on that game. But yeah, some games, like, I don't think I'll ever be able to afford, so I think those collections are great for that, because then you can play a game, you can sit down and play a game of pinball without having to, you know, really be standing the whole time. Oh shit, here we go. Ah, okay. I'm missing, because there's that piece between those two. This one needs a, so right here, this one, that needs a new rubber. So let's do that. Let's get that. Fuck. Take that off of there. looks great. Thank you. All right, another piece with some wax around. You toothbrush that a little bit. But Daryl told me to have a toothbrush down here while I'm doing this because he was talking about the rollovers getting full of wax and being able to get that out. Toothbrush also works good for these plastic posts just to get, sometimes when you're cleaning the playfield and you don't take all the these plastic bits off of it, then you get wax buildup. There we go. I got between that little channel there, that goes right here. So you got those two posts on the outside of this. Wow, that inside, that lane feels a lot smoother. Let's see. It doesn't need to be perfect, but you want it to look a lot cleaner than when you took it apart. So, I think that's, God, that's looking good. Need to be all weird about that. Okay. Then I need the new rubber piece. So that needs to go back there. So I'm going to have to figure out how the fuck I'm going to do that. I'm wondering if I'm going to have to kind of like stick that between there. Okay. So that's the part that's going to suck, is trying to figure out how to get that in. Because, God, that's not even close to where it needs to be. This is the part where I wish I had another set of hands to do this. Yeah, that's the part I don't like. I think what we're going to try to do is get that situated outside of there. So this has to go. Okay. So I think what needs to happen is get this post back in first. So this one way over here, if I'm not fucking mistaken. Okay. So I can't put that all the way down because there's like a slot. I gotta get that. I have to kind of slide it in. So that has to be like kind of down, but not so far down that I can't do that. And then there's a metal switch up here. So then this has to go. Yeah. So this is going to have to go. Oh, okay. There you go. So you gotta kind of stretch that rubber in there. So let's see. Can I do this? So this goes like that. That goes like that. That post goes there. That is over that spot. Okay, so those are. post is there. This is right over that spot. Yes. So it's kind of like, yeah, I had to tighten it there a little bit and then slide it back and then get that into position. So it's not like bowing the plastic too much. This post is not connected there. This one's connected right here. So let's start by getting all the plastic bits just back in shape, you know, back in the spot, you know. But without, not over tightening it, but get it pretty damn close. Got those two down. Let's see, okay. Yeah, I think I got that. Then those are lined up. Let's get our screws back in there. So I'm going to start with the 3 over here. We got a 4th one. Okay, those are all lined up. And then the other 2. Gosh, this is looking good. This is looking really good. Part of me going into this was like, how the fuck am I going to do this? Oh my goodness, this looks so difficult. Think of the mechanics of it. You slow down, don't bend the plastics, and just like take your fucking time on these things. Like, just makes it turn out so much. I don't know how to explain it. It's very satisfying just to take the time and do the work on these. And this is like the first time doing it on a full-size machine. I've done Star Explorer. That was easy because I had those plastic pieces to take out, but I didn't quite have like this toolkit that I do now. I'm absolutely loving this. Let's see. So underneath that plastic, there's still a little bit of wear that you can see, but like that cleaned up really nicely. That was one of my things about this game. I was thinking like, geez, that looks so dirty underneath there, but I was hoping to like, don't ever set your expectations too high. You're not going to be like, oh, like you can't get things completely perfect, like I said, but you know, get things pretty damn close to perfect. That's in. So got the new rubbers in here, post. So all this is plastic. Got another post, long piece of rubber. Got all the screws back in. So the next thing we're gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to move the machine a little bit. Hopefully I can get back into the spot so it plays decently. But plus I can just reach over here. So this has another one of those ones where it slides in. Let's see, you got 2, 3, 4. So you got a long piece there. Got a short a post rubber right there that needs to be real. So you got one right there. This one looks like it's about to shatter. So you got 2 post rubbers that don't connect to the top piece that go around ace of diamond. So around that target right there, those 2 post rubbers need to be replaced, and then those need to be replaced right there. So I'm going to go grab a drink real quick. This is just kick-ass getting this. And it works. Works pretty damn well. If I'm not bumping around the microphone too much while I'm walking past here. Hopefully it's not getting staticky or anything. But alright, let's do this. I don't know if I'll be able to get those two, get that section out tonight, but oh geez, the caps just come off this side. Interesting. It's interesting that's staying in place where the rest of it didn't. Okay, I'll go back to that one. Let's see. Shit, really? There we go. I don't want to smack anything with that. Alright, get this other one out. This one's coming out kind of nicely, actually. Right, let's so this one, the whole post seems to want to come out. So what I'm going to do is just pop that out, go like this. Right, that's going to need good cleaning, and that's going to need good cleaning too. By her chest area, it looks very like darkened. So I gotta clean that piece out a bit. Let's take that post out of there. That's gonna need a good cleaning, a little bit of wax buildup. So let's see. I don't know. I've never seen this brand of rubber. 7-star, and it's 4 stars and then 3, but yeah, I've never heard of that brand of rubber, but these are like, you can tell they don't have the elasticity to them anymore. They're, yeah, number 04208, yeah, so yeah, this is like the old set of rubbers. I can tell, I think this one's been replaced at some point. It's a little different coloration than the rest of it. Alrighty, let's clean off this piece of plastic. Yeah. Use a little, I'm going to put a little Novus 1 on this rag because it's a plastic piece, so see if that cleans it up real nice. I don't want to damage any of the artwork on here, but I just want to get that clean. Yeah. Use it. There we go. Try to put as much care into this as possible. There we go. Need some of that cherry chillax or whatever. Oh geez, this just even needs just, I don't know if, let's bring the camera in there. I'm going to take that off the stand and just show how much dirt and buildup gets on here. So this is where I've wiped off compared to how much dirt that's been getting back here. So I'm going to go through that with, just wipe it down and then wax it. Holy shit, we've been going for about an hour and 20 minutes. Alright, so there we are. Even some of That just needs to be wiped down. And you could smell the old rubber pieces. They're just like falling apart. Okay, this post. Jeez, I'm gonna have to take. Those are hard. I'm gonna have to flake those rubber pieces off of that. So I gotta remember this piece right there slides back on just like the other ones. I'm going to, let's see. We're gonna take out these posts right here. Then I can clean this real good. I'm trying to do everything in a certain order so I don't take apart too much shit and forget what I'm doing here. But yeah, these two posts, Jesus Christ. Let's get the screw out of that so I don't break this post while I'm doing that. Jeez. So another post that is starting to crack, or not the post itself, but the rubber. And even as I'm trying to take that apart, I'm going to do it not over the playfield, just so I don't get any more fucking chunks in there. Jeez. This one's not liking to come off nice at all. See, I can just tear into it and it's coming apart. Alright. And that's why I'm putting new pieces on there. This is so dried up and old. And these, it doesn't bounce nice. It's brittle. And yeah, just getting, geez, there's a little bit of wax buildup from whenever this was waxed last already, or a couple times ago or whatever. Trying to get a new ring on there. And I'll put that back on the board in just a second. I gotta wax the spot. There we go. New ring in place, new rubber ring or whatever you call it. So that'll go right back right there. So let's see. So tomorrow, my friend Olivia isn't coming over. She's feeling a little bit sick, but I hope she feels better soon. We're going to play some Super Nintendo, but here's another post. I'm going to take the screw out of there. I should put the screw back in the other one so I remember to put that back in there. But yeah, I always take these out while I'm messing with these so I don't crack them, because you don't want to wrench around on it with the, screw and break the post or anything. Jeez. Yeah, and that's breaking off. Let's see. It's like literally these are just so far gone. Alright. That one, I'm going to have to, because there's bits and pieces in there, I'm just going to have to scrape it out, I think, there. Don't want to scrape it up too much, but just getting that little bit of post out of there. Alright, so I got that unlodged. Let's, should I dip it? Let me grab some isopropyl and yeah, I don't really have the section that I have taken apart on the left side of the playfield. We have that and a post. So one post down there and another long rubber, I think. drop the post. But what I'm doing is I'm just cleaning in between there with a little bit of isopropyl, get that little bit of rubber off. I don't know if isopropyl is even, if that's making that stick more. And then I'm just using a little bit of my fingernail and not that anybody's going to be looking that close at this, but I'm just very particular with this kind of stuff, honestly. There we go. Fuck, I dropped my toothbrush again. But find a clean corner of this rag. Let's get the new rubber on that. But yeah, I just don't want to change out the flipper rubbers. It comes with red ones with this kit that I have. I think I like the yellow flipper rubbers on there at the moment, so I won't swap those out until those start wearing down. I will clean them off and make them look nice. All right, got that back on there. So that'll go back in there. And then if we cannot lose our bolts, that would be great. So I'll just put these, screw these back in. And I'll get that close to like the tip so then we can put it in place and then just screw it down. So we'll get that one. And then I swear to God there was another one. So there's a piece of, so we got that right there. Got this one for the far back. So shit, this is not good. Like, and now I'm like doing this late at night and you know, oh, there it is. I was thinking like, oh God, if we have to look for this for like an hour. So it's just making sure you have all your pieces before you take things off. Be observant of how things get taken off. If you don't have a live stream cam like this, take pictures of everything before you start. Make sure you know where all the pieces are. Be familiar with this before you start doing it, because if you start willy-nilly taking things apart and you don't know what the hell you're doing, then it's a lot harder to figure out, okay, where to kind of finish off. Come on, cherry chillax. There we go. Yeah, that's a little bit much for that one spot. But all right, I'm gonna take this rubber out. I don't even know if I have another rubber piece to. Looks like that's been re-rubbered more recently at some point. So let's see. Do we have? It's a 2.5 inch. I don't think I have another 2.5 inch. Okay, so we don't have another 2.5. So this looks like he's already started to re-rubber. So the guy I got this from, he must have started re-rubbering this at some point, because it must have gotten brittle at some point. This one looks fine. I'm gonna wipe it down before I put that back on there. I'm just gonna clean in between the posts. I'm gonna take a little bit of this wax from over here, dab that over here, and just kind of like clean around the posts. Get that nice and just, you know, just cleaned out, make it look beautiful. All right, take a little bit more of that wax, dab that in over here. Ooh, and what's really nice, it's making this red, makes the red just pop. So this is where I have the wax compared to where it's not. That's going to look really nice. Let's see, we're at about 90 minutes on here. I'm running out of battery, and where I do the battery issue is that I have a microphone plugged in there just to make sure the audio is working right. Because my camera on my iPhone here, my iPhone 8, is starting to show its age. It's only a couple years old, but yeah, it's can't get decent audio through it sometimes. So, all right, so. Oh, jeez, I got some on that post. But notice a couple people are watching here or there. I appreciate it. Gosh, this is coming together. Like, we're almost done. I got that part too. I don't know if I'll get to that tonight because it's getting late. My phone's about to die. But this is like almost done, and I'm excited to see how this thing plays with the new rubbers. It was playing pretty damn good with even the kind of brittle ones in there, but yeah. Boy, that cherry chillax on there. That's great. It's the first time using this product too, so trying not to use too much. But I don't know, and I don't know if other people do it like this too, where they kind of spot clean and go over things and just go over the details very slowly in small portions. But then I feel like it's kind of controlled, and then I can get in the spots that I need to get into. Let's see. Got that clean. Okay. And like by some like the key shots and targets and stuff, I'm just making sure I get all of these areas while I have the glass off, and I'm remembering and paying attention to this. Looks like there's a little bit of wax buildup or something in here. There we go. Mike, I hope you really like how this plays after all this is done here. I really appreciate that he came with me to look at this game and stuff. So we got a ring here and ring over there. I gotta figure out how to take that apart. So this might be tomorrow's project, is to get these and this over here. So we got the rest over here. So I'm gonna put, let's see, some cleaner on there. Let's clean off this rubber piece. Like, they get, the white rubbers, they get so dirty. Usually I'd say, hey, go for black ones, go for a darker color so it doesn't show as much dirt on the rubber piece that you're using. But this game, it came with white ones. I don't think darker ones would look good on this game. If it was like more of a red color, kind of like Road Kings, I'd be like, okay, a darker rubber I think would look really good. But then this has a lot of like lighter accents to it, and you know, with these like little inserts, or you know, the inserts and stuff like that. I think that definitely just staying with the original color scheme, especially on a game of this vintage. I think these rubbers look more natural for it. Yeah, it's a beautiful game. Oh, geez. I don't know if that's supposed to. It's kind of place and then just bounces like that, I guess, when that's in that area. Got it. Alright. Let's get our posts back in. So let's get those in there. Let's see. Got that in there. Alright, let's hopefully I got that in there right. Alright, and then this one has that rubber piece that goes around that. So that goes that. So I'll figure out how to get that back in there. Like that looks clean enough. See that? Oh jeez. So I'm gonna put this around there. Oh jeez. This is the part that I like the least, because it's just like, okay, how do I get this around here without killing the post, like not shatter the post or anything. I'll get that kind of around there. I'm gonna put this piece is that how I do it? Okay. So we can go up here, go down there, work that one in, work that one in, and go from there, I think. So, shit. I think I have the wrong rubber ring in here. Oh no. Yeah, that's way too freaking loose. That's the wrong piece. Good thing I caught that. That's not right. It's not right at all. Okay. So, let's see. No, that's not right. I don't think it'd be. Shit, what the fuck? I don't think I have a new ring for that one. Because no, that's going to be like that, and it's that much longer for these pieces. Those aren't right. That'd be another piece for there. Jeez, I don't like that. I have to reuse pieces for this. But yeah. Let's see if we can get that clean. See, we're getting that nice and clean. hate having to reuse pieces, but when you're poor as fuck and you don't have the pieces that you need on hand, like sometimes you have to reuse pieces. Like this one, it's a little, it feels like it's starting to go a little bit like stiff, but it's not like the worst I've ever felt. So I mean, if I wanted to get a new piece, I'd probably have to ask like Daryl or Dave, like, okay, which piece does this need or whatnot, and then order one. But right now, I don't really have enough money to put into it. So the best you can do sometimes, like if you don't have like a lot of money, is just like repurpose pieces. Yeah, this is starting to get a little bit of wear right there, but it's in that top corner, so it's not going to show as much as like your rubbers and stuff down towards the bottom. Always replace those. Make sure those look as good as you can get them. This is, yeah. I was hoping to get this to look a little bit better. I think that'll look as clean as I can get that. So I think just fit wise, I think this is going to be the way to do it. Yeah, that's fitting a lot better, honestly. So then get that in place there. So you pop this in there, pop this out here, go like that. All right, so you got those. All right, so I got that back in. But yeah, I was hoping to have all completely brand new rubbers on there, but I was just like, it's like that does not fit. Maybe this one would have. You know, actually, I think that's the right piece for that. As much as sometimes you have to redo things, go back and forth a little bit before you fully decide on how. And I probably just cleaned that off for no reason, but I don't know, being thorough and kind of just making sure things are in here properly, you know, it's more of a, yeah, that's that size. Why am I dicking with this one? There we go. So this stretches out to be that one. Okay. Alright, make sure you get the switch behind there. There we go. It's a little tight, but that's a little tight. What the fuck am I talking about? Jesus. Alright. In. Alright. In. Okay. Time to hold that down and I don't know why that cap came off that nut all weird like that. That's weird. Unless this is supposed to be. 1 second. I think I got that in there wrong. Oh shit. Okay. So this is supposed to go. No, that metal ring actually dislodged from that other piece. So that's not quite how I'd want that, but